Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, the channel where I try not to get game over. This time in Battlefield 1 we're looking at the Assault class and focusing on sheer firepower. I've made a class that is unstoppable in the right situations. It's got plenty of options up close and at range, but the focus is on delivering as much damage as possible in the shortest amount of time. So let's have a look at what we've got.
The Battlefield Blitzer build.
For the primary, we've got the Automatico M19 Trench. This variant is all about hip fire, so that's what you should be focusing on. It's incredibly accurate from the hip up to about 20 meters, but outside that effective range, trigger tapping will still get the job done. Aiming down the sights isn't really advisable. The iron sights take up about 95% of the screen and it doesn't improve the performance of the gun. The gun's really brutal up close with a really fast kill time, with the added bonus of watching your target twitch like he's been hit with a 1000 punch flurry like in a Jet Li film. The playstyle for this build is all about overpowering the other team, so don't be afraid to run straight in there and spray and pray. The only real downside is having a 25 bullet mag, which seems to run out almost as soon as you press the trigger, but with a bit of accuracy you should be able to take out at least a couple of targets before you need to reload. Make sure you stick to those low traffic areas as always, and you can hit the team from the side or from behind when you attack initially. Equally, if you do have to run straight through the front door, you'll be able to put out enough damage to deal with the opposition. For our secondary, we've got the Howder pistol. Essentially, it's like using a handheld naval cannon, and unfortunately it's about as accurate at any decent range. The whole point of this build is to rush in and overwhelm your target with superior firepower, so make sure you shove this hefty pistol inside the bad guys before you pull the trigger. It's a 2-hit kill within about 12 meters, and after that it's a 3-hit kill up to about medium range. It really packs a huge punch and is very satisfying to finish off already injured targets. So make sure you get a firm grip with 2 hands before you pull it off. Before you blow your load. Before you shoot people with bullets from your penis. Damn it! Gadget number 1 is dynamite. Dynamite's great. You can do loads of stuff with dynamite. You can run around and chuck it at people's feet. You can use it to redecorate your living room. You can use it to redecorate someone else's living room. Basically, dynamite is there to cause as much havoc as you can. It's particularly useful when you're defending a point. You just lay it down and wait for someone to run along, and you push down the plunger and watch their body sail away very gracefully through the air. Or they're inside a building they're using as cover. If you don't get the kill, they now have absolutely nowhere to hide and can be picked off really easily by you or the rest of your team. It's definitely the best way to deal with an entrenched sniper. I like to run around on the floor underneath where they are and chuck out all 3 bundles like I'm sowing seeds of joy, and then run away giggling as I bring their house crashing down along with their dreams. Gadget number 2 is the incredible AT rocket gun. This is your answer to snipers on the other team when you're playing as the Assault class. If you get used to the range drop off, you can easily cross map people. It's a 1-hit kill if you direct impact with it, but it's also great at taking out cover as well. 2 hits will also take down a building. It's great to use it as an opening salvo to weaken the targets before you rush in, or equally the other way around so you can finish them off. The effective range is completely unlimited, and it's down to how well you shoot really. It's probably my favourite piece of equipment in the entire game because it's so versatile, even though quite often you'll look like an idiot because you can't balance the goddamn tripod on the window ledge. For our grenade, we've got the impact nade. Now I know some of you will be like, hey Dame, this isn't all your builds, and I'll be like, oh, yeah I know because it's so cool. The rest of this build can do so much damage, it seemed prudent to have a grenade that you can use as a backup for quick damage in clutch situations when you need to reload, or as an opener, like an aperitif filled with shrapnel. It's a really jammy little bouncy fumble and complements this build really well. Last but not least, we've got the melee, which today is the pickaxe. As always, it doesn't really matter which one you choose, but I like the pickaxe because you can pretend to be mining for precious gems and then BAM! Chop them in the back of the head, saying stuff like, diamonds are forever, bitch, or whistling that song from Snow White, you know, pretending to be Grumpy Dwarf, smacking him in the skull and shouting, get grumped! My top tip for this build is to play a bit dangerously. Be secure in the knowledge that you'll be able to out-bulletize almost anything you come up against at close range, and you've got a whole bunch of equipment in your arsenal to literally level the playing field. You want to get in close whenever possible, ideally coming from a flanking position, and going from cover to cover is a must with this build. Because of the DPS you can put out, you'll find that finishing the fight is often a much better option than running away to heal. Try to combine rushing into an objective with your medics and your support firing in grenades so you can mop up the kills easily. There's definitely a much higher risk reward factor using this build, but when it pays off, the results are definitely worth it. If you've had a good time, then hit the like button, and if you've not been here before, then hit the subscribe button too. Until next time, that's Game Over. Peace.